It just isn't showing up. Have you been trying to manifest? You have the vision board, you're doing the affirmations, you're doing the visualizations, but nothing is changing, nothing is showing up. Okay, here are the things you're going to stop doing that are counterproductive and are really blocking your manifestations. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but first, let me introduce myself. I'm Patty. Welcome to Patty's World. We talk everything manifestation, big mindset shifts for you to make so you can align with all the desires of your heart because you're absolutely worthy. And of course, the belief that you are worthy of living the life of your dreams. I'm a transformational and manifestation coach here to help you and really pinpoint what is blocking you. So, here are three things that I used to do. I see a lot of people doing, those that are into conscious creation and those that aren't. And I've started to pay attention to the way people talk, the way people talk about themselves, the way people talk about others, and the way they talk about their circumstances. And if you're just getting into manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, or any of the spiritual universal laws, and are understanding the power of your mind, these three things, I was doing three things could be slowing down really what you're drawing into your life. Okay. So are you complaining? When I hear people complain, yeah, they're meditating, yeah, they're doing the mirror work and the visualization and they have the vision board, but then the other 20 something hours of the day or their time, or they're conscious, when they're conscious and they're awake, they are complaining about everything that's wrong, engaging in gossiping. And this is bad and this is bad. You're staying in that energy. Your constant complaining is giving energy to undesired and unwanted circumstances. You have to just stop that and really train your mind. And it is forcing your mind, you're in control of your mind and your thoughts, to think positively, to stop complaining, because your words carry energy and your thoughts carry energy. And whatever you're saying with your mind, and whatever you're saying with your mouth, and whatever you're thinking, you're casting spells. You are agreeing to a contract with God, source, the universe, and you're saying, yes, please send me more of this. Send me more things to complain about. And remember, life is always supporting you. You're the creator. So if your energy and your attention and your focus is going into complaining and things to complain about and gossip about, you are just generating and creating more of the same. You're growing that narrative, you're growing that circumstance, you're growing that pattern. You completely have to take your attention off of it and focus your attention on the wish fulfilled, on the desired outcome, on what you want. So if you keep getting people don't treat me well, take your attention off of it. If it shows up, give it no energy and shift your energy into people treat me well. You have to be somewhat delusional, not somewhat big time delusional, and convince yourself and tell yourself, people always treat me well. Convince your subconscious mind, train your mind to look for it, and you will find evidence of it. It really is a shift. But if you're not willing to change that, then you're going to stay right where you are. You have to understand that it is your current behavior and thoughts and beliefs that created your current circumstances. And you have to be willing to change and look at things differently. So stop the complaining and criticizing and gossiping. Terrible to do. In fact, now I'm very aware that if I'm around people that are gossiping, it's negative energy, it's low vibrational energy, and I just remove myself and don't engage in it. Or you can simply say, hey, would you like it if people talked about you that way? Or well, if we're talking about people in this way, have you decided to talk to them about it? It's just not productive to do. So the complaining. If you're continuously looking for evidence in your 3D that your manifestation is coming, you're slowing things down because we create from within. Remember, you're the operant power, and the shift always happens first within. You shift in consciousness, in your mind, in your imagination, and you're always creating, you're always believing, you're always thinking. So, whatever you think and you believe in your mind, within yourself, and you're certain of, is what is going to show up in your 3D reality. But if you're waiting on your 3D reality to show you evidence or proof that something's coming, you have not shifted from within. And it's the opposite of what you want to do. You shift from within, you have the certainty from within, and you don't look for evidence. You have the knowledge and the knowing that you have the wish fulfilled, that you're living in the end, that and you maintain or you persist in the wish fulfilled rather. So you stop checking your 3D for evidence, and you also stop being moved by your 3D because you understand that the 3D, the world of the five senses, is the shadow world, and there is a lag time. So what you're thinking today and believing today is what's going to show up tomorrow. So whatever's showing up now is based on old versions of you and old beliefs. And when you understand that, you stop checking your 3D, you're certain that it's showing up, and you allow things to unfold naturally. You don't force, you don't manipulate, you don't try to get things. You always go within and shift from within. So stop checking your 3D for evidence. You should have that certainty and that knowing within yourself. You always shift from within and you tap into the power within. You're the operant power. You have to know you're powerful and shift from within, and you change your thoughts and your beliefs and assume that you always get what you want, that things are always working in your favor, and that everything, regardless of what it is, you're the one that attaches meaning to things. Everything's always going to work out in your favor. And I've started to attach a positive meaning to everything that shows up in my life. Remember, we're the ones that attach meaning to things. So you can simply say, oh, this is going to come back for full circle. This is going to work in my favor because everything always works in my favor. And I'm always supported by life source, the universe. So this is going to come full circle. Or you can celebrate it and really just ask yourself, and it's a little more neutral statement or belief. I wonder how this is going to come full circle. I wonder how this is going to work out for me because one of my core beliefs is that everything always works out in my favor and I always get what I want. So, of course, this is going to come back around and work out for me because I always get everything I want. And just stay in that narrative, stay in that story, stay in that belief, and persist and persist. That's your mental diet, right? Okay. And the number three thing, the big thing that I think will affect you from manifesting is a lot of people say it doesn't work. Okay, it does work. And your belief that it's not working is proof that it is working. In fact, you're so powerful is that you're getting exactly the opposite of what you want. And that's a story you're creating because you're always manifesting. And manifesting is just another word for creation. You're always creating whatever you're believing, whatever you're certain of. So if you're certain things aren't working, you're going to get things not working for you. You're going to get more of it. If you believe and keep thinking and putting your energy into things not working, and that you don't get what you want, you're going always to be at the bottom or not be a priority or not aligned with the things you want. And people are going to show up with whatever negative meaning you've attached to the situation, and you're creating more of it. So one of the things you have to do is to commit 100% to this deeply different and profound way of thinking. You have to take radical accountability that whatever you're thinking and believing about yourself and the world around you is how things show up in your life. And it really, really is. So you have to trust in the unseen. Shout out to Kim Bellis. I'm taking that from her. Trust in the unseen. Trust in the belief within how you feel, how you're thinking, what you're believing about yourself. And when you shift from within, the external world, the mirror, will reflect it. You have to commit 100% fully that you're the operant power. You're directing things. You're the main character. So whatever meaning and roles you're giving to people to play, that's how they show up in your life. And you can easily change things in your mind. The thing is, we want to see evidence of it with our five senses before we believe it. And it's the opposite. I know it's counterintuitive. That's the irony of it, that you first have to trust in the unseen, believe that you're the creator, you're the operant power, and trust that you get everything you want. So those are the three things you need to stop doing today. Thinking it's not working, because it is. You're always creating, always creating, always, always. And even your negative assumptions and your negative beliefs are creating more of that. Wherever you're putting your energy, continuously checking your 3D, you don't need to. You go within and you shift from within, and you become certain and you stand firm in that knowing, and you trust in the unseen. And then the big one for me, complaining. And that includes saying things are hard. I did a video on TikTok telling people to stop using this word completely disappear it, banish it from your lexicon, from your vocabulary. Just stop using it, the word hard. If you keep saying things are hard, you're saying, yes, universe, yes, life, give me more hard things. Make things harder for me. Stop saying things are hard. Whatever you're professing with your mouth, you're casting spells, you're putting energy into it, and you're saying, yes, give me more of the same. How do we remove things from our life? We starve it of our energy and our attention. Completely starve it of our energy and our attention, of our mind, and go into the wish fulfilled. How would it look like if I already had what I wanted? If this played out, that situation would disappear. I give it no energy, none of my time, none of my emotion, and I place it into I have healthy relationships, I love where I work, I have the money, and you live and believe and assume from that place. Like I tell you, it's a deeply profound, different way of thinking. But the more you practice this, the more you see evidence of it, the more you will believe in it. And then you will believe in your power and stand in your power and see, wow, I can create anything. And you really, really can. And so you wouldn't see all these people on here talking about this, specifically the law of assumption. That's really what changed everything for me, but it ties into all the other spiritual laws. So stop doing those big things. The big one for me is complaining, criticizing, gossiping, saying things are hard, and you're defaulting to negative. And that's just how what society teaches us. That's how culture is. Let's complain, let's talk about what's wrong instead of let's talk about what's good. Let's think of the best case scenario. Let's bless things. Let's uplift things because there's no competition unless you create competition in your mind. You have to assume that there's plenty enough for everybody. We live in an abundant universe and that you always get what you want and you're always supported. Operate from those beliefs, but really operate from those core beliefs within you and then see how your life changes. It transforms everything in your life. Okay. Now, are you looking to boost your manifesting power, become more magnetic? You want to become magnetic AF? Okay, I'm doing a master class on June 20th. It is gently priced at $34. You'll have one-on-one time with me, and really I'm going to go through the 4 pillars of manifesting. And really this will help you break down or deconstruct manifesting so you can apply it in your life and make those shifts where you align with all the desires of your heart. And you'll be able to ask me questions one-on-one. I'm doing more of these master classes to work with people, and there's limited spots, but if you want to join it, it's in my bio, in the description, it'll be in there. Go to the stand store. Go to the stand store. It's in there. And if you can't attend live, you will get the recorded version of it, the video, which you can watch anytime. I'll have some very powerful visualizations and meditations, and you can always come back and refer to it. And then I'll have a little workbook and work pages and journal prompts to help you shift and just give you aha and awareness of where you are stuck in your thinking, and really, because we don't know what we don't know until someone says, hey, this is how you shift. And when you do it, you stand in your power. And that's really what happened to me. And the more awareness you have, the more awareness you have, the more you know, and the more powerful you become at being able to apply these shifts, these techniques, this new way of thinking, and it will transform your life. I promise you. Okay, so thank you for joining me on this session of Patty's World. We'll see you on the next one. And I'm counting on seeing you in my masterclass on June 20th.